Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I am Gary, your host. This is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. This time around, we're going to take a look at All-Star Squadron number 17 from 1983, written by Roy Thomas and penciled by Adrian Gonzales. And about 5 or 6 months or so ago, I did All-Star Squadron, another one on All-Star Squadron. That was issue 2, I think it was, dealing with the origin of the group. Of course, it's a superhero team, which is come out of the Justice Society of America during World War II, when a lot of the JSAers had gone missing for a time, and then after that, a lot of them joined the military, leaving the All-Star Squad in their stead, who prosecuted the war in conjunction with Allied military stuff in the during the Second World War. And remember, this is 1983. This is pre-Crisis on Infinite Earths, so this all takes place on Earth 2, before the Earths were consolidated. And it is during the war. And this is, as you can see here, All-Star Squadron said, "This court has found you guilty and sentences you to be destroyed. Is he man or monster? The trial of Robot Man." This cover, most of these covers that I've seen from All-Star Squadron at this period were drawn by Joe Kubert. And at this point in time, he wasn't doing that much in the way of superhero stuff, but he did do these. Maybe it's because he was he's best known for his work in the war comics, and this is, while superhero, it's also a war comic. Well, this story has little to do with either one, really. This particular story, but normally they are. And this is, of course, about the trial of Robot Man. And maybe you say, who the heck is Robot Man? Well, Robot Man was a DC superhero from the Golden Age. He first appeared in Star Spangled Comics number 7 in 1942, and he was created by Jerry Siegel and Leo Nowak. Jerry Siegel? Yeah, he's one of the co-creators of Superman. So he did some other stuff here with Robot Man. It's a kind of a similar concept, in, Superman, the Man of Steel. This guy is literally a Man of Steel. And as his name would suggest, he is a robot body with a human brain. And that is the brain of Dr. Robert Crane, scientist, which makes him an early cyborg. But at this point in time, all that has been rebooted, and he has a close friend here. So I've done him right here, because here's Robot Man. Here is Commander Steel. Ooh. And there he is right there on the cover. And they are close friends because they have a lot in common. They are both basically cyborgs, just that whereas Robot Man is a human brain and a robot body, Commander Steel, he's kind of like an answer to Captain America or any of the other patriotic World War II era super soldiers, superheroes. He is an otherwise normal human, but he has been his body has been enhanced with steel reinforced bones and motors. He is a cyborg through and through, but no computer or anything like that. So, and he was a more modern creation. He was created around 1980 or so. And I remember my first introduction to this Robot Man was back in the 70s. Some of the giant size DC comics had Golden Age reprint stories in the back, and there were several featuring Robot Man from the 40s and or 50s. And I enjoyed them. Now, this Robot Man is not to be confused with the Robot Man from the Doom Patrol. Completely different Robot Man. Nor is he to be confused with the Robot Man from the old Robot Man comic strip, which was a humor strip. No relation to any of those other than name. Okay, now let's take a look, because I've babbled too long here. Robot Man. Okay, this is, okay, as I said, it's some really, really nice artwork here. And I like, I'm not familiar with either Adrian Gonzales or Rick Hoberg, who is the inker, but I think they did a really nice job. Okay, coming back from a mission, the All-Stars are coming to Robot Man's laboratory, and they're being dropped off by Wonder Woman from her invisible plane, and to slay the body electric. And they get there. They're talking. Get down into the lab. There's his lab partner and Robert Crane's former fiance, and now his lab partner's fiance. She does not know that Robot Man is Robert Crane. He's kept that a secret. They've kept all that part a secret. Here they're talking, and then have been contacted, and the police want to talk to you. And then suddenly, the police of the place surrounded and demanding Robot Man be turned over to him. So they peaceably go out, and he is willing to surrender himself, but Johnny Quick, he's quick to anger and doesn't think as much as he should, and is too quick to try to prevent him, kind of brushing aside all the cops, and also team member Firebrand. She's not too thrilled with that either, and she melts the guns. But Robot Man and Liberty Bell, who is the leader of the squad, tells them not to, and he voluntarily surrenders himself. And then we get to see this great image of Robot Man surrounded by cops in chains. And the whole deal was because there is a lawyer who is supposedly the lawyer of Robert Crane's family and heirs, wanting to take control of Robot Man and needing him to be this legally declared property, and the property of Slattery, this shyster Slattery. And that is the whole crux of this issue. So he voluntarily goes off, and with the police, and Johnny Quick is too quick to anger, and he takes off. He's not happy. Here you can see in the paper, it says Robot Man. Robot Man or Robot Monster, and then they compare him to Frankenstein's monster there. And it shows people in the streets talking about it. Here in that lawyer Slattery's office, he's paying off a guy who's lying to the cops, saying that he witnessed him doing some nasty things, mistreating people and stuff like that. Now, the Robot Man, that is. But here is at nighttime, Robot Man is in his jail cell, and when no one's around, he pops open a secret compartment where he has civilian clothes and a mask and gloves to conceal his identity of the alternate identity that he has established as Paul Dennis, bends the bars and leaves the jail cell, goes to see his own lawyer, and this is where he reveals to him that the lawyer has been made aware. This is a guy who's going to defend him, and they're talking about Slattery and the stuff that he's doing, and he gets angry at one point. But there's Johnny Quick and his partner, his buddy, at a bar, and he's griping about this situation. Somebody gets tough with Johnny Quick's buddy, and so Johnny Quick quickly puts the kibosh on that, almost revealing his identity. His buddy already knows, and so here they are later going into the courtroom, all bound in chains, and people are hurling fruit and stuff at him. Now the cops are saying, "Sorry, Robot Man, it's my duty. I think you're a swell guy," and they get into the courtroom, and they have sworn affidavits from various super types, and they get that not to be allowed as evidence because of their the fact that they are unknown quantities. They have secret identities, so they so then here he is forced to, with his lab partner on the Dr. Grayson on the stand, and he is forced to reveal the actual origin of Robot Man, which is what we get here. How their invention got out, that their new invention might be very valuable. Some gangsters break in because they want to snatch the valuable invention. He is shot and fatally shot, and Grayson is just, they see that it's just a robot and go, "What the heck? That ain't nothing," and they take off. But while Crane lays there dying, his partner Grayson, out of desperation to save his friend's life, implants his brain into the robot body that they had just completed. Well, it did not have a brain. This is what it was for. And then he wakes, and the police are there and all this other stuff. And he goes on kind of a rampage, and eventually catches the crooks and the guys who killed him. And this is when his fiancée first hears about this, and she hugs him and, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and all this other stuff. And he says, "I'm sorry, I couldn't let you know," and all that other thing. Then in the course, they were while entering this courtroom, people were commenting how old and rickety this particular building is, and needs to be reinforced or get a new one built, because this is like an ancient building. And then the building starts in the middle of the court. The building starts to collapse. We got to see Johnny Quick a little earlier. He had just, like, seemingly in disgust, left the court, and then things are beginning to collapse, and some people are in danger, and even Commander Steele is momentarily knocked out. So with all the other big guns out of commission, Robot Man crashes through his chains, saves people, supports the collapsing structures, while the others could get everyone out safely, and the shyster Slattery is injured, needs to get to the hospital. The building collapses after everyone else has gotten out safely, and Robot Man takes Slattery, races him to the hospital, and then returns to surrender himself again to the police. Then the judge has decided, everyone's hooray for Robot Man, and Slattery is in jail. With all the evidence, they declare that he is human, he cannot be property, and all this other stuff. Then we get some hints for something that's going to happen in the future. Now, I wanted to comment that this story could have been the inspiration for a Star Trek: The Next Generation episode of The Measure of a Man, in which had the a court deal with the android Data on whether he was a living being or just a machine. And so, and that is not unlike this here. So this could have been the inspiration for that episode, if there was any inspiration for it. I think it was I think it's a good story. I like it. I like Robot Man. I really liked it, focusing on that kind of stuff. That's why I did this one instead of something that was more spectacular and villain fueled, etc. So that's all I've got for you this time with All-Star Squadron number 17. Thank you for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I want to say, I'm so close. At this point, I'm so close to 1,000 subscriptions. And by the time this is uploaded, I will probably be beyond 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank everyone out there who has subscribed to my channel. And I hope you do enjoy what I present here for you. And so that's all I got for the moment. So let me know what you think about anything in the comments below. And remember, comics are